Yeah, I'm Colin Smith. I'm from Dallas, Texas. I was born and raised here, and I got a sister. She's 2 years older than me. She plays volleyball at Stanford, so a pretty good history with getting to college and next level. So had a really good upbringing. My parents instilled really good values into me at a young age, and I'm just proud. I'm just happy to that they always been there for me. And just basketball is something I always loved since a young age, and that's just something I worked for all the time, and now it's starting to pay off. So. Yes, sir. My godfather is Kurt Thomas. He played in the league for a long time. A TCU great. So yeah. I'm about 6'8", weigh about 210. Still trying to put some more weight on, just fill out more. So just in the gym all the time, just trying to get stronger and more lean. Yeah, my family is pretty tall. My mom, she's about 5'11". Her brother's 6'5". Her mom is about 5'10", and then my dad is 6'5". So just height all around the family. So it's just in the genes. Man, I my parents just let me play whatever I needed to just get the energy out, so I wouldn't be at home just causing havoc. So younger, I just played everything: baseball, soccer, dodgeball, kickball. I played whatever I could. So, but then I just settled down more to basketball and track. And then once I got to high school, I knew that basketball was a thing for me. So I kind of just dropped everything else and just focused on basketball solely. Ooh, so I started out like a long distance runner, like 800 in the mile, and then I started doing the long jump and high jump, and then the 200, 100, 400. I did everything, just whatever my coach needed me to do. I went out there and just ran my hardest, jump my highest, jump my farthest. I just gave it my all. So I think it really happened like towards the end of middle school, like eighth grade year, when I started to get a little more traction on my name, playing with hard work and take my talent. They put a lot of videos out of me, and I got a lot of attraction on my name. And then I think for track, I just got a little too big for that. A 6'6" kid in eighth grade running track just looked silly. And then I just started working a lot more in basketball, just stopped worrying about other sports like that. So I think just seeing my growth as a like physically just getting bigger and stronger, I knew that basketball was only the one that I would fit best in. Maybe football, but I kind of dropped that too. So it was tempting. I played both seventh and eighth grade years. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of nice, but you know it was just like I didn't want to get injured because football is right before basketball. I didn't want that to possibly get injured, and I didn't want my basketball season to get shortened because of football playoffs. And I just like basketball better than football when I play, so I just chose basketball anyways. I feel like as a player, I'm pretty complete. I feel like I could do whatever on the court I need to do. I could shoot, I could drive to the basket, get my teammates involved, and then on the defensive end, I'm gonna lock up and then just take charges, something that I know a lot of players don't do. So I think I just affect the game in every way I can, and that's just being a leader on and off the court. So I think that's just something that sets me apart from a lot of other prospects. I feel like just being a big guard, just handling the ball, bringing up the ball in the court, and just making sure you make good decisions, take good shots. Something you always have to work on. But I feel like you always work on everything. You're never gonna be perfect, so you work on your jump shot all the time. You work on handling. You work on passing. So there's nothing you're ever gonna be perfect at. So you always gotta stay working. So usually during the school year, I usually do Monday, Tuesday. I'm in the weight room, a lot of movement stuff, and then Tuesday, Thursday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday is basketball. We're in the gym. But on the summer, I try to do 2-a-days, because I have a lot more time on my hand. And then you got AAU practice and then AAU tournaments. So it's just a lot of recovery you have to do during the weekend, during the summer too. So it's just a full year, no breaks. You always working. So, but I like it that way. I think it's a little bit of both. It's a grind, but you also at the same time you kind of fall in love with that, just in the gym working, and then seeing that work pay off when you get in the big time games and you produce. So I think just the grind is just always fun. You can always have a serious workout, and then you can have some ones where you go one on one and just get buckets and just have a good time with whoever you're working out with. So it's just you got to make the time the way you want to, just be in the gym and just work. I think my playmaking is pretty underrated. I feel like I'm a really good passer. I see the court very well. I can get my teammates open shots. I feel like that's something I stand out with. I'm really good at making my teammates better, just getting them open shots and stuff like that. So I think that's probably the most underrated part of my game. Or also on the defensive end, I think I just fly around. I feel like I'm everywhere on the court. So I think two players I know. I played RJ Hampton in high school my freshman year. That was a tough matchup. So I think he had like 28 or something. And then I did an open run with I had to guard Cade Cunningham right before he went to OSU. So, those are two players, one in the league and one about to be possibly a first pick. So, just working out with guys and playing against guys like that just really help you get better as a player, just seeing talent like that. I scored some buckets, but he also gave me some buckets. So, it goes that way sometimes. I don't think I model after one person. I feel like I just watch the NBA and whoever I like, I pick and choose what I want from the game. Like KD, I like the way he gets to his spot, shoots over defenders using his length to score. LeBron, the playmaking and stuff like that. Kobe, the mentality, and just Steph, the way he moves off the ball, getting shots just from running hard and just coming off screen. So just pick and choosing from a lot of other great players, is just something you just have to do. Giannis just get into the basket, Euro step, all that stuff. Everyone is something they're great at, and you just try to pick and choose from them. Ooh, Dallas. I feel like Dallas is like the mecca for high school basketball. We have so much talent. Like every game you going against somebody that's a big name. You playing against Keontae, Rylan, Bryce Griggs somewhere, you know what I'm saying? So like it's just really big time games all the time, and it's never going to be an easy game. It's always going to be a nail biter, and it's just entertaining. So I think Dallas is definitely one of the best places on US for basketball. So yeah. We had a lot of COVID had to stop a lot of our games. We were out for like 2 weeks, and we missed a lot of big time games. Like we were supposed to play Duncanville, we were supposed to play in the Hoop Fest, we were supposed to go to Miami. So I think just COVID just messed up a lot of the season, but we were just blessed and happy to get the 12 games we did, and we just went out there and hooped. So our district and stuff, they canceled the playoffs, so we didn't even have playoffs. So that was pretty rough. But we had a good season. It was a struggle because we would play for like a week, then get shut down for 2 weeks, and then play like two more games and get shut down again. So it was just hard to catch a rhythm, and then we had to play in mass. So that was a whole nother thing, just trying to get used to running up and down the court with a mask on, just controlling your breathing and just getting used to that. So it was definitely a struggle season, but the guys we still made the time good. Had a lot of good moments, and just embrace the new culture we have. It's been really good. I came to Southern Soul last year, my 16U year. I started, but that was when COVID started, really. So we played a little bit at the beginning. I started with the 16U, And then I played the last couple tournaments, so 17U. That was really good. I got to play with Harrison and them, Wade and Kristen Morgan. So it was pretty fun playing with them. And now this year we got our team, me, Keontae, Q, Johan. It's a really good team. So we're just excited for the rest of the year. We have a lot of tournaments and stuff. June, July is starting to come up. So we're just excited to play a lot of the good teams around. Yeah, it was a really good game. They had a lot of good players on that team. Some guys, some of the top, two guys in the top 10 in ESPN. So it was just a challenge for me to go out there and try to prove myself and just show that I can hang with anybody. And I think I did that really well. Just playing good defense, getting to my spots, knocking down shots, and just playing all around, playing good defense and everything. So I think that game was really good, and we most importantly came out with the win. So I think short term, I want to win another state championship if that's possible. I hope everything goes back to the normal with COVID and everything. We get the chance to try to run it back. I think that's another goal I have. And then just trying to commit soon is another goal I have. And then, I know I don't have a lot of publicity on my name, but I want to get to that point and just I want to get to the McDonald's All American game. That's a little short goal of mine. But I have a lot of other goals, big time goals, but I'm gonna keep that to myself. Just get to college, get to the league. Just I don't want to be like another player that just went to college basketball and then just kind of fell off. I want to be someone that dominated there and then made it to the next level and had a good role in the NBA too. So I think those are just good goals there. And then just get a college degree after it's all said and done, and then just give back to the community that gave so much to me. I think my personality is pretty out there. I'm a pretty cool. I'm a fun guy. I just make a lot of jokes and stuff, just trying to get the chemistry going with the team and stuff like that. But I feel like I'm also a leader off the court. I'm not gonna let you do crazy stuff and get the team in trouble or anything like that. So I think I'm a serious but fun guy. You know what I mean? So yeah. Yeah, recruitment, we just taking our time, a lot of coaching changes going on. So, we had to adjust to that too, form new relationships with the new coaches at the new other schools. So, but I think it's been pretty good, a lot of Zoom calls, but once you get used to it, you start to enjoy it and stuff like that. But it's just been a blessing having all these colleges so interested in me as a player, and just, it makes you think about just being blessed, how God put me in this position to be a good basketball player, and I'm just gonna try to ride that wave all the way to as far as I can. I don't know if I did see myself like this, but I definitely didn't. I definitely didn't see like all these college offers. Like I had my freshman year, I had like 6 offers before I even played a first high school game. So I was not expecting all of that. So it was pretty crazy. But like I said, just stay blessed, stay humble, and just keep working. I think I think that was eighth grade year when I was playing with hard work. There was a lot of videos going out from camps and a lot of the tournaments I was playing at, and that just really put my name on the map. And then from then I played with Drive Nation, and then now I've been playing with Southern Assault. So that's those are just all three are really good organizations that have really helped me put my name out there, and just I've been able to showcase my game. Me personally, I keep to myself. I really don't. I post on social media, but I don't post all the time. I'm kind of laid back, and like I said, you just gotta stay humble. Because you don't want to reach the point to where you feel like you made it, and then other people start passing you up. So you just want to stay humble, just stay working, and just you know, like I said, just stay humble. Don't let anybody outwork you, and just keep going. I haven't got any offers recently because I think it's starting to slow down. You start to get those final schools, get those final coaching staff. So I think the ones that I've been talking to the most is Michigan, Illinois, Stanford, UNC. I've been talking to Texas a lot recently with all those new coaches that went there, and then Oregon, and then I think also Oklahoma State. Yeah, the main pitch has always been they just love my versatility as a player. I could guard 1 through 4, and then I can handle the ball like a guard, shoot it, and just get to the basket. So they feel like that just can affect the game so many ways for their teams and just the way they play, getting up and down the court. So that's something I've seen a lot, just versatility and stuff like that. Yeah, it's been pretty different. My freshman year, I was able to go visit some schools, but after that, it's been a lot of Zoom calls like this one, just trying to get in touch as much as you can with all the limited time you have. And now we didn't really have a live period last year, so that really hurt us. At least for me, I couldn't go see any schools like that. So it's been a unique process, but it's definitely worth it. Yeah, me and Harris have been boys since we were like fourth, fifth grade. So we known each other for a while, and then we both went to St. Mark's in middle school. So we kind of just both progressed as players throughout middle school and high school, and now we're where we are today. And he's definitely helped me with recruiting and stuff. Just talking about the whole process. He had a different one from me most of the time because he was able to go on school visits and stuff like that. So he's been able to tell me about some of the campuses and stuff like that. But definitely from his game, he's a great playmaker. So just playing with him, just always being ready to catch the ball. He's not even looking at you. You might have a pass coming your way. So that's just something I want to have in my game, someone that can play make like Harrison. So he's definitely had an influence on my game. He's a big brother to me. So he's definitely someone that I look up to. I don't think I did. I feel like I watched college basketball. I had a lot of schools I liked, but I never had like a dream school. Like if I had one school I wanted to go to, I'm going to that one. If I got an offer, I don't think I ever had something like that. So I feel like I've been pretty neutral with schools. I'm definitely looking at the coaching staff. If I see myself fitting in with them, having a good relationships with them, and then the team, the way they play, how they move the ball, how I will get involved in there and stuff like that. And also just academics, see if the school is something that offers something I'm interested in to major in, stuff like that. So it's just all around the board, just somewhere I fit in, somewhere I feel like I'm needed, I'm wanted, somewhere I know I could make an impact. Ooh, it's pretty torn right now. I kind of want to do business and stuff like that, but I also want to do something that's sports related, like maybe broadcasting or like sports science. So I haven't decided yet. Yeah, I feel like it's a different thing when you're on TV, But I feel like once you get used to that, it's just all part of life. You're just talking basketball, so I feel like just a system where the wings get the ball a lot, able to not only score but able to affect the game, just playmaking and stuff like that. And then just somewhere where they take defense seriously. I feel like that's somewhere I want to be. Just so like a school where they pride themselves in their defense and on the defensive end. So I feel like that's somewhere I want to go. And then just the culture in general, just somewhere where they have a history of great culture and just a history of winning. So that's where I want to go. Ooh, that is tough. I feel like success to me is like just being happy with where you are. I feel like you can make it to the NBA, but you really don't succeed unless if you're not happy with yourself, how you're performing. So I feel like once you get there and you reach all the other goals you want, like having a family, doing all this, giving back to the community, I feel like that's when you really reach success, at least for me. So I feel like that is what success is. I feel like if I play a long time and then just able to be more than just a role player, someone that affects the game, you know, in many ways and maybe win a championship. That would be something I would like to do. But also just maybe make it to the All-Star game. Maybe win like at least a defensive all NBA defensive team, all NBA team, something like that would just be something that you could always remember that you accomplished. So yeah. Smartest purchase I've ever made. That's funny. Smartest purchase. I think the smartest purchase I've had is probably buying the new Xbox. I think that was the smartest one. It's helped me connect with a lot of new people and stuff like that. And it's just other than basketball, it's another way you can just interact with people and have a good time. So I feel like that was a pretty good purchase. Ooh, a favorite book. I think my favorite book is either I would say like The Great Gatsby or Where the Red Fern Grows. Those are two books that I really liked reading. I don't read all the time, but when I do read, I know I get into the book a little bit. I do a little bit of research. So those are two books that I really enjoy reading. It's hard to explain. Great Gatsby is just that is a great book, just a lot of things you can see from like the 1920s, like a lot of the issues that were going on and just someone that just had a false identity of themselves and stuff like that. And then The Red Fern Grows was like a book I read in middle school and just it was a tearjerker, honestly. It was a sad book and towards the end I had a tear or two, at the end. So it was just something I always remember. So those two books always stick with me. Oh yeah, most embarrassing moment for sure. I think it was actually it ended up in an injury too. It was eighth grade year. I We were playing like a smaller gym, and I tried to save a ball, and I crashed into the wall and broke my wrist. But I didn't even know I broke my wrist at the moment. And I just kept playing. I airballed a shot like immediately after. It was the most embarrassing thing ever. And then I think another thing was I think sophomore year we played against Lincoln. I went up for a dunk. I dunked it, but the dude pushed me from behind. And I just landed right on my butt in front of the whole crowd. It was pretty embarrassing. I think mm, I think just I think when we the semifinal game before we won the state championship, I caught a body and the whole stadium went crazy. I fouled out because I got a tech after it. So that was just a crazy moment. So I think that was probably one of my favorite moments. Biggest pet peeve. I feel like my biggest pet peeve, other than like smacking someone that smacks when they eat, or somewhere. I think my biggest one, even though I'm guilty of doing it, is when someone says like, I'll be there in 5 minutes and they get there like 30 minutes later. I hate when people do that, but I do that all the time too. That's my biggest pet peeve. I think definitely my dad, my mom, she was kind of the influence from my sister and her volleyball, when she grew up. And then my dad just kind of took over the basketball aspect. So he's been my coach from a young age and he started taking a back seat, just letting other people, been able to help me. And he's just always been there just trying to help me improve as a player. And he's always giving me tidbits and tips. So he's always been there. So I'm very grateful for him. Ooh, I have both. I feel like I've been blessed with the talent God has given me, but I also know that I've worked super hard for my physical abilities on the court, but also I work a lot just in my mind, mentally, just IQ and stuff like that. So I feel like it's a good mixture of both. Mm. I probably say Kobe was definitely someone I looked up to. He just he just approached the game in a different way that I never seen. Someone that just worked so hard and stuff like that, and just his mentality. And then whenever he died, I was playing Xbox when he died on a Saturday. We didn't have a tournament. I was playing Xbox. I looked at my phone and I saw Kobe. I saw it on Instagram first, so I was like, all right, this is a joke. Why would anybody joke about this? And then I turned off my Xbox. I went on ESPN and there it was. I was like, what? Like Kobe Bryant just died. Like that was probably the craziest, unbelievable moment I had in my life. You know, just losing someone like him so early. I think that just made me want to work harder, you know, losing someone like that. And, you know, he has a lot of impact on everybody's life. Everyone looks up to him as a player and just someone who affected the game in so many ways. So I think he's definitely someone I've looked up to. I think before I like gained any traction, I think it was like fifth grade year. I was on a team called North Texas Tar Heels. I was on there with Harrison, a lot of the guys that were older than me, and I was playing up, and we went to like nationals and stuff like that. But you know, I was horrible at the time. I was not good. I got no minutes, and then the one time in the national championship game, I got in. I got my ankles broken, and then at that point, I was just like, man, I questioned playing basketball, and then I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna make sure that I'm never gonna be a bench player. I'm never gonna be someone that just gets trash minutes. So I've always just since that moment, I've always been working my butt off and just trying to be best I can be. I think my trainer Nick, he gives great advice all the time. He has a book called God X Basketball, and it's just a lot of motivationals that mix in basketball with the Bible and stuff like that. So it's just something that I read a lot and just, you know, it just encourage you to not only do it for yourself and for your family, but for the man above. You know, he's blessed you with this talent. So just give it back to him. So I think that and just he sends me texts every morning, long paragraphs of just how God has put me in this place to be great. And I just gotta attack the day like that. I feel like for me, like adversity is always going to be there. You're going to come up to it at one point in your life. So you just got to take it to the chest and then just keep on moving. So that's just my approach to adversity and just roadblocks like that, like injuries. You just got to take your time, recover, and then just go back like nothing happened. You know, just keep playing. I think I feel like the first thing I would do is put most of it in savings or invest it into something else. And then I think the first thing I would do is probably I will either buy I will either buy a house or buy like a Tesla or something. I always wanted a Tesla. I feel like if I make it to the league and I have all that money, I'm only gonna buy a Tesla as a car. I don't want any other car. I want a Tesla. Ooh. I think I'm just competitive all the time. You know, whatever I'm doing, I'm just gonna be competitive. So I think video games, you know, board games, I'm gonna talk trash. I'm gonna do what I gotta do to win. So I feel like I'm just, you know, just competitive in nature. Mm. I I think, you know, I would say I'm a pretty smart person, so I feel like I would probably do something like business or something like that, or you know, I might try to do a little bit of acting. You know, I take drama classes, so I might try to get into the film business. You know, be the next Will Smith maybe. But yeah, I think those are probably things I would be interested in pursuing. I actually just did one. It's pretty fun. You know, just trying to be someone that you're not and just playing a different character and just it's pretty fun actually. You know, just the opportunities that you could have. You know, you could maybe have a feature in the TV show or something like that. You know, so it's fun and definitely like the kids in my class they make it a lot better. You know, we just have a good time. It's serious, but like we have a good time. We're doing it. We make jokes, we crack jokes and stuff like that. So it's just a good environment. I haven't got the opportunity, but if I got an email or something like that, I'm definitely gonna try to see if I could get in there. I would say competitive, funny, hardworking, and determined. I don't even know. I can't even think of anything, man. Something that would just be like outgoing, but also stay at home, something like that. I don't know. Something that a play on words, something like I don't even know. It's hard to explain. Yeah, I can't answer that right now. I think I want to be remembered as someone that just whenever they played, they always just gave it their all. Played with their heart out, left everything they had on the court every single game, and then someone that was just able to get buckets, someone that was able to make everyone around them better, but also off the court, someone that just was always active in the community, someone that always gave back, and someone who used that platform for the betterment of like the country and stuff like that. Someone that always just doesn't isn't like like obsessed with themselves, you know what I'm saying? Just someone that is always someone that's empathetic for their community. So